YouTube and the internets. I did Jap Nats last weekend, and I won. I won the fourth induction performance class. Here's the trophy. Here it is. If you haven't seen the footage of that, go and watch it. You should do that, and then you can come watch this. Obviously, for those following the channel, you'll know it means quite a lot to win that event. Jesus Christ, there we go. So I won't repeat why. If you do follow it, you'll know why. If you don't, just go back through the videos, you'll be able to see. But yeah, I won it and defended the title that the car had, so I'm very, very happy about that. What I'm slightly less happy about is I think I've developed a light knock. Pretty hard work, those sorts of events. And if you watch closely, you can see red light coming up on the gauges. That's a low oil pressure light, and that's a thing. This has always done it under heavy deceleration and under heavy braking loads. But it is a little bit of oil starvation, which isn't great. It's always been there. It's always been known about. It's never been a problem before, but you know, it's one of those things that if you keep doing it, it might have an issue. So a faint knock now is it's hard to tell. It's very, very faint. I've had a mate have a listen. He thinks it's coming from underneath. I thought it was coming from the top. I thought it was coming from the front. He thought it was coming from the back. So who knows? The only one I know for sure is to get under it, get it up on stands, get the splitter off it again, start it and listen to it from underneath and on top. But yeah, for the next 12 months at least, I'm the champion. And I intend to defend that title again next year. It was very, very close. I won by, I think, 0.2 of a second. It's also a combined total from 2 laps. So we ran 2 different configurations, and your best lap from both configurations were added together to give you your total time, and your total time is what mattered. I was 0.11 of a second behind on the first layout, and on the second layout I was 0.3 ahead basically. I beat the previous PB of this car by 0.3 of a second to win by 0.2 of a second effectively, total. You know, it ran flawlessly. It was beautiful. The car was perfect. The only problem is now I think I've got this faint knock. I heard it when I loaded it on the trailer, I heard it when I got it off, and I heard it when I ran it the next day to confirm if I heard a knock. So yeah, that's going to be less than ideal. Thankfully I've got 2 spare RB25s over there, and I should be able to make one between them if that's necessary. I'm hoping I've just got a very noisy lifter. That's the other alternative. All my research on SAU forums says it's pretty hard to tell if you just got a very noisy lifter or a faint knock bottom end. Pick it up, run it, and maybe drop the oil out of it, see if there's anything in it, strain it, see what I can do. So, thanks to the magic of editing, no, she's up. Just jack out one side, put ramps under it, check out the other side, put the ramps under it, nice and high. Plenty of room to work on it underneath. So, step 1, get the splitter off. Okay, so I didn't show you this before. This is held in with just these screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aside, and then the braces that go onto these. Just about got them all out. Pretty easy once it's up nice and high. It's got the jack under it to support it, so I don't have to hold it. Now, to wind this down. Make sure there's no screws. There's a lot of weight in it, so it takes a while to get moving. And voila. One de-splittered car. Like that. Couple of washers. Bit of pickup on the other side here. Bit of mud and dirt has been flung forward from the wheel. That's the side I went off the track, so that's what all that's there for from. That's it, she's off. Alright, so let's start her up. The noise is more pronounced when it's cold. It goes away mostly once it's warm, but it doesn't go away entirely, which is why I'm not convinced it's a lifter. But we'll just have a look. Start her up. If I can get the friggin' kill switch engaged. There we go. So you can quite plainly hear that knock. Now that could be a lifter, could be the bottom end. But I don't like it either way. I'm going to climb under it, have a listen now, and then I'll let it warm up a little bit and do the same. Probably can't really see much. You can hear it. So unfortunately I got directional hearing problems because I got hearing loss in both ears, but it's not even, so I find it hard to tell directions where sounds are coming from. This definitely sounds like it's coming from the front. Now I considered it could be the oil pump letting go, which would also explain the extended low pressure under heavy deceleration, because the pump's unloaded and if there's play in the mechanical parts, it won't be making the pressure. Doesn't sound good though, does it? Certainly sounds like it's coming from here. It could just be a pulley. Is it recording? So if we give it some revs, you can hear it. It's back up a little bit. You can hear it clears itself up, and then that actual knocking sound comes back again, which is why I think it might not be the bottom end, because it cleans up after with a little bit of rev. Normally if it's the bottom end, the big end, it'll get worse with rev. However, searching the SAU forums, found cases where it did pretty much exactly this and it was the big end. So the next step, I suppose, is to drain the oil, see if there's any particles in it. So what I've got over here, is a very clean oil pan, so I can basically search it for any metallic flakes after I drain the oil. So we'll let it heat up. If it's fucked, it's fucked. I can't do anything about it, so I'm not going to do everything by letting it idle. But I'd like to listen to it again to show you guys what it sounds like once it's up to temperature. Alright, so if you listen now, you have to listen very carefully. It's still there. You can hear it. It's not as pronounced. The oil's thinned out. And now I'll get some red. Goes away entirely until the revs drop back down. And there it is. I can hear it. I don't know if the audio is going to be good enough on that. I doubt it. But I can still hear that same knock, same frequency. It's much fainter. It still sounds to me like it's coming from the front here. I'm becoming more inclined to think like the oil pump or one of the front big end bearings. Normally they fail the back ones first because, I don't know, play the plumbing of the oil apparently. But there's a common thing that the rear ones fail first. I also think it's hotter back there. So that'll be a contributing factor. The sound's reasonably healthy, except for that knock. I hope you can hear it. Yeah, you're going to hear wind brushing past the fan.